Welcome to your tutorials for this week's routine. There was a ton of questions that came in this week. I'm very excited to answer them. Hopefully this will help you with some of your form as you move through your moves this week. Let's do it. So the first question we have coming in happens in the bridge series. And what I'm really getting is, how high do we lift the hips? How do we make sure that we don't feel it in our back? What exactly is this form supposed to be? So that's what I'm going to start to cover now. So if you were to do a traditional bridge in yoga, you would bring your heels closer to your butt until your fingers could touch them. And then when you press up, it would really be about opening front side body. Now, we are not doing anything near close to this in our series. So our feet are going to be stepped further toward the front of the mat. This will make sure that you feel it in your butt and not up here like in your knees or in your quad. And then the scoop is, it's a scoop of the tailbone off the floor. So I start to peel the lower spine up, working to keep the ribs planted down. Now you're gonna love me because this is actually pelvic floor work, which is so important, especially those of you pre and postnatal, but really for everyone. So here's just another angle of it, right? Again, instead of trying to lift high, wrong way, I wanna think I pull in internally. I start to scoop. My sit bones are narrowing together. I'm plumping up my butt cheek, and this is the position. Now the full move I'm having you do in this series is to tippy toe the opposite foot. All my weight is now in my left heel. Then I'm gonna take this hip, lift it up, big squeeze, stay engaged halfway down. So the next question is about the oblique series. How do you do the full minute plank without the shoulders getting too tired? So first things first, the shoulders, the arms, they are 100% working in the plank. You are supposed to feel them. I'll show you some tips that can maybe get you a little bit more into the oblique, but feeling it in the arms is not wrong. Also, if you have added weights and your arms are too tired for the plank, delete the weights. All right, tips for feeling less shoulders, more obliques. Number one, I talk about this in the video, keep your hips higher. Number two, put your mind into where you want to feel it. Think about lifting weight off the floor, pulling the belly button in, zip up the legs, and find the oblique. Number three, take your hands, walk them a little bit forward so you can imagine that you are pushing the floor away. And number four, go to the knees. You know what? Definitely go to the knees. That takes pressure off of the shoulders so you can put it correctly back into your waist. Papa. Hi. Okay, I gotta go backwards because I missed something when I was talking about the bridge part. So if you're doing the form that I showed you and you're still feeling it in your lower back, maybe more specifically if you have like a pinched disc or a low disc herniation, then I want you to keep both feet flat on the ground and don't do the hip lift. Just take your hips straight up and straight down, and that should correct the pain. You can keep me posted, but I think that's gonna help. Let's look at the push-up form. The elbows hug inward, hug or rotate inward. The body weight shifts forward, and as you lower down, elbows press into the ribs. This one is a little bit harder to distinguish visually, but I am gonna give you a view from the front. So I think it may be your tendency to go something like this with the arms, and where they need to be is actually all the way into the body. So assuming you have boobs or like a chest, right? You wanna think about kind of hugging them on top of it. It's almost like your ribs are sitting on the shelf of your arms. And that is your tutorials for this week's routine. I do hope this helps. Let me know, send me feedback. Your feedback is how all of this works. Have a great day.